Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and welcome back to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 41, day 1. It is a purple day, and for the first time this year, we are actually back in bracket 1. So we'll see exactly how this goes around. Also, I completely forgot to set my defend teams. Luckily, you can set the rest of them prior to today, but I forgot to set it for today. So my defend team was Vinoxia, Goblin Shaman, Shocktopus, and Tesla, which is obviously really bad to bother using as a defend team. And as it shows, 0-5, so fail on that. Luckily it's bracket 1, so regardless of what we really set to that, it probably would very rarely even win to begin with. Most people in bracket 1 have very close to a 95% win rate in Guild Wars, as you can kind of see by, oops, I didn't mean to go out. As you can see by just the win rate of what we're up against right now. They are pretty much just a perfect win streak right there. Wouldn't be surprised if they have less than 5 loses total, but we're up against Riversong. Gonna go up against them. We're actually up against the guild that I co-founded, the Black Hand. That was the first guild I was ever in when this game first started. That guild was basically created on day 1, and surprisingly, they're actually all the way at rank 1 right now. They've really come back under their new leadership as of the last, like, 6 months or so, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they're actually all the way at the top at the moment, and we're up against them tomorrow. And we're up against Interim now. So we'll go get to see a lot of interesting defend teams, hopefully. These are all basically maxed out players with mythic fully traded everything and probably near max stats. So we're going to be running with... all these days we're probably going to need to run the absolute strongest stuff, so we're just sticking with this for now. The Hellcat, Elamagrim, Infernus, and Umberwolf. It's the strongest purple team that I really bother using these days, and hopefully it'll come through again today. So we're just going to throw this down, double check one last time that it is indeed a purple day. I'm always so paranoid about that. Always like to double check though. And there it is. Gotta love that title. Has any of you guys done that yet either? Forget to set your defend for the very first day? I've done it twice so far. Once while I was on vacation, and another time just now, this week, on accident. It very rarely happens, but when it does, yeah, that's kind of a bit annoying. It's not too big a deal. It's not like the entire week is locked in on Monday. It's just the one Tuesday battle is locked in. So you just have one day where, and then you realize the day that you do Guild Wars is like, whoops, I had that weird defend team set the whole time. Okay, we did not get enough mana there, which is concerning. He's gonna take a skull. We're just gonna have to let it happen. I guess we take a brown here. And then try Elamagrimming. And go from there. So we'll move that over. He'll do whatever. Surprised he didn't take the skull there, actually. I want to cast this. We only have 2 burns, though. Still gonna go for it. And it does indeed land. Perfect. Then we get the Hellcat. Then we get the loop, and that's match. Or it should be match. It might be a little bit harder, given that we only have 2 burns. But can't really help that. So we'll go move it right over. Take it for the more mana. We have Infernus now, too. But 14 purple, that should be able to land, and of course it doesn't. We'll go throw an Infernus down, and that should be very close to a win. Double check for any Hellcat alignment. We have it on purple, but for the obvious reason we don't want to do that. Go knock out all that, and Elamagrim, because that would be a guaranteed death. There's a slight chance, if we Infernus that it wouldn't have killed. If it hit the first troop and then the second troop, it wouldn't have killed. But yes, hello everyone, hello Nicholas, hello Aaron, hello Adam, hello Derek, hello Player, hello War, hello Lisfon the Shield. I have no clue how to pronounce that, but welcome! And now we have Freeze. Oh, we might need our backup purple team. What was our backup purple team? This was the one thing that we don't work against on Purple Day. Do I not have one built? I guess I could still use this and just go off the explosions. I have a backup Red Day. For whatever reason, I don't have a backup purple one, though. So we'll throw it down, and hopefully it doesn't go too crazy then. If we lose to it the first time, we are going to go get a backup plan. But one thing that we could actually do to fix this, let me go do what I did last week, actually. That wasn't too bad. Use the, what's his name? Can't remember his name now. I can't remember his name. Magnus. Got it. We could throw a Magnus at that. Disease it, get the stats effects, maybe get a freeze of our own on their freeze. We get a lot less purple onto the board, but he actually benefits quite a bit from having those purples, so that's not too big a deal. So we'll go throw this down. Oh, and he used to be in my guild too. Let's see, we'll go move that down. We'll go throw the purple. I'll probably recognize a lot of people from bracket 1, because it's all the people who have been playing for like ages now. Oh, very lucky extra turn right there. I'll take it. A lot of good mana that we needed too. His entire team can be burned, which is really nice. Very few purples, though. I guess that is slightly his fault for not creating more purple. But, I guess we take the green and go for the brown extra turn chance. Because there's very few, chances of getting an extra turn off of purple right now. Okay, he just made it so one less purple will spawn. We still have a triple. I think I'm going to go for it. And we do indeed land it, so we're good to go. This does look like we win before he gets rolling. We don't have Hellcat, though. Is the only concern at this moment, so we'll go move that down. This does indeed give us another Element Grim. No Hellcat, though. And should be able to land. There's 12. Entire team burned. We got a random Hunter's Mark. Ooh, we did miss. And now we have the first freeze. We have no cleanse for that either. And it is on purple, so now we can't extra turn on it. We can simply take a double purple, though. Ooh, I can't take out all of that, though. He's going to get one more. But we can throw this down. That gives us another Element Grim. He gets another freeze. Not much I can do about that. We are frozen on red now because of that. Of course, he would hit the 2 that we have non-immune. I guess we just throw an Element Grim for damage and then go from there. We get 1 kill. Not really an important one, but luckily we get the double cleanse right there. Coming in exactly when we need it, because now we can go Hellcat on the green. Get our little bit of mana. We actually get a kill out of it, too. Even Skull Poke will kill. Is that a Hunter's Mark? No, it's just a Entangle. So I guess I could Skull Bait here and just take a red to red. Oh, never mind. There's no double red. Or is there? No, I don't think there is. No. That does not look possible. So I guess we'll just take a single red into a Skull Destroyer. Oh, wait, that's free purple. I don't want to give him that. We'll go take that one. So now he gives us the free purple instead. We'll take that last little bit of red. 1 mana short. I guess we just Skull Poke him. That will indeed kill it, so it doesn't get to do anything. Gives us brown 2, which we need to kill out the battle. Oh, never mind. And we get the Cascaded Skull and an extra turn on top of all that. Wow, we're getting really lucky Cascades today. And there we go. So I guess the solution to freeze is just add another Impervious and just hope you get looping quick enough. Well, let's see if that's true, because we're up against it again. That's the other slight annoying thing about upper guilds, too. Most guilds will run the exact same team for all 5. Whatever they decide is the most overpowered thing will most likely be all 5 battles every time, or at least variants of it. I'm curious how many dwarf teams we'll see. I'm curious what the Sakima teams they're building, though. Because Sakima is the new option that can be used on a red day now. I almost feel like it was made just so people would stop using 4 times dwarves. But I'm pretty sure some people in Bracket 1 are using that instead of the dwarves. We're still going to see the dwarves a lot. But hopefully we'll see a really nice Sakima lineup. Because those are fun. Maybe not to face, but I do want to see what kind of things people are running these days. Okay, so right now, I wish we could double extra turn this somehow. Because I don't get any mana from it. So my main concern here is getting extra turns from it. So I'm going to move... No, that doesn't work. Okay, we're just going to move that one over. And that gives us another extra turn over here. We'll take it over here for a brown chance. And we end up getting yellow. How perfect is that? Really lucky Cascades today. Perfectly fine with it. Go move that over, move that over. Element Grim. We need all the luck we can get in Bracket 1. Because their stats are basically exactly as ours or higher than ours most of the time. And they'll, of course, be running fully maxed everything as well. We'll throw that down. Should be able to land it. And we do, barely. We do have Hellcats. Do we have anywhere good to throw it other than on purple? Not really. So move that over. That gives us the alignment right there, so we can go right back into Element Grim. That gets a random kill that we didn't really need. It's guarantee extra turn right there. And that's dead. And the rest of our mana back. There we go. And we hit PvP Tier 6. Oh, I haven't even hit Tier 1 yet. Hello, Brittany. Welcome. Hello, Captain. And yeah, they're both... Everyone's using these same 2 teams. I'm not quite sure how good that really is on Defend, though. For my experience, that isn't particularly good of a Defend team, what he's using right now. Okay, I almost don't want to even use the Umberwolf team. I think we're going to keep with what we have. The reason I don't want to bring the Umberwolf out in this particular battle is if he somehow gets the lead by some kind of random chance of us missing or some kind of other weird thing happening, he's going to be able to use the Purple Storm that we create for him, for himself. And I don't want to give him that. I'd rather have the utility of blocking him from a burn and maybe getting a freeze or something. If we could get a freeze off him, off of that, that would be very convenient. We can get a lot of mana from casting this. We don't get an extra turn, though. I can do it on blue, which gets us almost all the red mana we need. Or at least into our Element Grim. So I'm going to do that. No extra turn, but still pretty competent amount of mana. Right here, I would take a brown if it was possible, though there is no brown for us to take, so I'll try for the extra turn chance. We don't get it, but we do get the random one off the top, of course. I wish we could have this kind of luck every single day. I don't think I'm going to bother with the skull. It is Hunter's marked right now, so we'll hit normal skull damage. We'll hit the 37 because he has stone skin, but because he has Hunter's mark, that basically just negates it out, and we'll make it the exact 37 we have. I'd rather try for an Umberwolf. If nothing, I mean for an Elmagrim, because we might overwrite some of his browns too, even if we do miss. Hopefully we won't miss though. Ooh, we did miss, but I believe that is less browns than before, though he still lands it, so unfortunate. As long as he doesn't infinitely loop, which he doesn't. As weird as it may seem, I almost want to target purple right here, just so he doesn't have it for next turn. So we are going to deny out our own color, because he's just going to create more of it for us. And I guess we just take all of our mana and just kind of wait it out a little bit. Oh, and of course, with our luck today, we will indeed land the 5 times brown out of nowhere. We'll go throw that down. Now he'll waste that completely. It's still, I wish, because I was kind of hoping he would wait just a little bit longer on that. To make it a better purple board for us, but now we're going to have to wait. Only 9, triple burn. I guess we could go for it. It's going to land over here, most likely. Yep, there it goes. We'll get our Hellcat down, get it right on the green, and that should be match. Elmagrim, extra turn, and then dead into whatever the follow-up is. And throw one last one, and down it goes. And now we just have whatever their leader is. Let me guess, it's going to be one of the 2 teams we've just faced already. Or is it going to be something else? Oh no! Wait, what on earth is that team? Hold up. What on earth is that team? Corvash, Valkyrie, Firebomb, Skady. I guess maybe he'll get a really quick Firebomb into a Valkyrie, into a Corvash, into a Skady, and then that creates Queen Mab and all that. It is a really strange team. The Corvash Valkyrie isn't strange. It's the other 2 on top of that, which is... I guess for this purpose, I do actually want to go an Umberwolf, because I need the Storm to counter out his Storm. Or at least for my turn anyway. So I'm going to go Umberwolf here. And change that up. Get the quick Hellcat and go from there. Because if I don't do that, it's going to be perpetual blue Storm every single turn. And I want some of it to be on purple Storm so we get more purples. Like right now it already starts on a purple. But then for his turn it's going to be blue. It's just going to keep shifting back and forth the entire time. So we both get the Storm that we want. But if I didn't do that, he would have his Storm the entire time. Which would not be good. Yellow Surge seems to be the way to go at the moment, though let me take some blues off the board just so he has less. We don't actually use blue, but him having less blue is convenient for us. Oh, I should probably get that convert on blue. I don't think I had it there, but if I did, that was a mistake casting it out on anything other than blue. We only have 8 purples, so I'm going to wait a turn. Not really worth casting at the moment. I'm going to wait after his Firebomb. We don't get the Surge there. We do have oh no, we don't have Hellcat because we didn't get the Surge. But we will go waste a turn to get that up. He, for whatever reason, does not go for the Skull, though he does ruin our alignment there, but we get it right over here, so we just do that instead. I need to try getting him killed before he casts Skady. Would be great. It's right here, not really worth going for the Elmagrim here, so we're just going to throw in a Furnace. And we do indeed land the extra turn, because our luck is insane today. We'll throw down the Elmagrim. Throw down another Elmagrim, and I think that might just be loop until the end. Oh, nope, never mind. Oh, don't you dare. No, no. Really? Right at the end there. You couldn't just let us win that? Okay, let's just go get the Dbarrel. It's not like we lost, but that was unfortunate. Now we have to deal with 1 Queen Map, and we do indeed land the extra turn, and I guess this into an extra turn is win. Oh, never mind, it can't even extra turn, unless we've randomly got it from the Cascade. And that's match. Sweet. Okay, well that went a little bit bad at the end there with the Skady cast, but it still came through. I'm not quite sure why he did that team. That seemed like a really, really odd team for a Paragon to be using in bracket 1. He might be using some of his better combinations for some of the other days, I guess. Because not everyone's... Whoa! That was way above average than what I was expecting. 9,542 on our first battle back in bracket 2. Now that's a good way to start, that's for sure. I was not expecting it that high. That was almost 9,600 then if we didn't get that mess up at the end with the Skady cast that ended up ruining us. I think it might have been Firebomb that actually helped us quite a bit. I'm not sure if that counts as damage in Guild Wars to yourself. If that did count as damage for my benefit, that could have been one of the reasons why we actually scored so high. Yeah, anyways, there we go. 9,500 for the first day. That unfortunately still leaves us at 9th place overall. And that's with almost all of our battles too, so it does look like we're not going to be able to stay in bracket 1. But as long as we can get a good score for ourselves, that would be nice. There's probably going to be one day we just absolutely get decimated though, pretty sure. But for now, it's going okay. Let's see. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Amanda. Welcome, welcome. Hey, hello, Say Good Game Well Played and Mojo. Welcome. Unbelievable moves from the AI. I know, it's been really weird lately, the AI. As of the last several months, it has been doing some very strange moves that aren't really that normal for it. Not quite sure what's up with it. It's ever since they switched over to Unity, too. It wasn't initially right when they switched to Unity. There were some changes with that, but, I don't know. It's just something weird ever since they did kind of do that switch. Anyways, let's go mess with Shocktopus a little bit. He's in the drop pool right now. Everyone will be getting a free copy of him later, to my knowledge. They accidentally gave it out a little bit early. They didn't intend to actually give it out this early, but, they did, so they're just rolling with it at this point. It's not like they could roll it back because people already got it. So, yeah, we ended up getting Shocktopus early. Still a really weird troop to use. Not really something I don't think I'm going to be using a excessive amount, but I do definitely want to go and mess with him up a lot until we get him for the free copy and then do a video for him. He's gonna have some interesting uses in true damage teams in the future. I feel like a good majority of his synergies at the moment aren't particularly good, though. He just has a really odd cast, I think, is my biggest concern with him most of the time. Do I take that purple? I'm actually going to wait, because he's just going to take mana anyway, so we could just drain the entirety of his mana. Go for that red if he doesn't block me. Of course he blocks, but we'll go for the red, get a Mirror Lift, and roll from there. Okay, so we have this guy now. Now we have a billion different options to cast. Looks like a purple wasn't too bad. That'll also give us our cast right there to go do on blues. And it could give us a lot of mana if we do it there. Could even give an extra turn if it hits the right ones everywhere, like that purple right there. It doesn't automatically hit the one you target, though. So if we target this one, there's not a 100% chance it will hit this one. But it did, so that was lucky. And that does indeed land us the extra turn we need. That gives us the Corvash as well in range, and destroy that down. And, oh, come on, Christina, stop hitting so high. We'll go get that down. See if we can get another alignment here. What do we even need to hit? We need to hit purple. Purple, yeah, pretty much just purple. We can just Corvash kill him for enough damage. Though, then again, brown, even though that hits nothing on the opposing team, it would give us a Corvash cast. And it's not going to die to that Skull Poke. So we could get away with doing brown right now. So, or wait, is there another way we could do that? Other than just hitting brown? I could do yellow. But that hits nothing as well. Yeah, it's really just purple or nothing. Is it worth going for purple? I guess so. The only problem is Corvash doesn't get mana, and there's a chance he gets an extra turn there. You know what, I'm just doing brown. So that gives him full mana. We'll go grab all that. He still ends up getting the yellow, which he doesn't take for whatever reason. So we'll go grab that for ourselves. Double check for any extra turns. Doesn't look like it. He'll have to die off the cast there. And it looks like we can just do it on purple here. Get the poke that we wanted to earlier. And then we just need one more true damage. Come on, get the true damage hit. Nope, did armor. And down it goes off the skull. You're always forgetting dungeons? I haven't been too bad with forgetting dungeons. I think I've missed it 5 times total overall. They said they might be adding a notification thingy for it eventually. It is pretty easy to forget. With that being said, let me go do dungeons right now before we do forget for whatever reason. Let's just go clear through it with the Explorer team. And yeah, that's the standard one. Oh yeah, that's something else I've been meaning to do a little bit more this week, given the current event. I don't think we're really going to ever get a 100% EXP bonus though. But, there are a lot of trait stones to be farmed. I might go do that on the other account or something. Go and farm up the trait stones, because if you can win 3 per minute, that is 360 trait stones per hour this week, which is a very, very large amount. Also, if you need to trait anything this week is definitely the time to try to do it, due to the current event. I don't recall them ever setting it on Explore like that before. Okay, 1 down, the other 2 to go. That one actually went a little bit slow. Gotta get that critical land in there. I think the main difference is oops, I forgot to take the red. The main difference is I don't actually have the banner set to Rowan focus anymore. I end up switching it over to Sunbird just to use it kind of as a tank. Should probably switch it back, because Rowan does have higher damage than Sunbird in most situations. Or at least later in the game it does. Because relative to the amount of HP and armor and the 2x boost ratio, it comes out to Rowan being higher. Sunbird does get a naturally higher magic damage, but it really just depends on what your armor value is. But down it goes. It even got a little Dryad summon. And the final battle. Keep forgetting that's even a thing. There's like 1 or 2 troops that have a 25% chance of summoning a Dryad. I know it's that one green thing from Forest of Thorns has a chance of doing it. I think one other thing might have it too. It's pretty irrelevant though most of the time. Especially in dungeons, because for whatever reason, dungeons always come in as a level 1 whenever they come off of a death effect. Like if you kill an Inferno King, it'll come in at level 1. If you kill a something that has a demonic pack, the Ancient Horror will come in at level 1. And with that Dryad that you just saw, it came in at level 1. What do we even move here? I guess we take the red. Go grab that. Free extra turn. Into another extra turn. Into... Where's all my mana? Green. There we go. And Rowan into dead. And that's match. There we go. And our daily dungeons are complete. Get the bounty. Just for the free resources. And we're good to go. You're new to Gems of War. Hello, Jose. You're above level 50. Some advice to get a legendary. You don't have one. Legendaries just come randomly as you play the game. Basically, just being in a guild is the easiest way of trying to get a legendary. The better the guild, the better. Initially, when you're just starting out, you don't really worry too much about that kind of stuff. You should just be in basically any guild that has a decent amount of members, just kind of chilling in there, contributing maybe a little bit to the tasks. But your main objective early on is just to kind of stay idle in a guild while trying to get every single kingdom to level 10. You do this by going under each of the page, clicking under kingdom, and then leveling it up to 10 here. Initially, you do all of them to level 3 or 4, and then you get them all the way to level 10, one at a time, starting with the magic kingdoms, then the attack kingdoms, then the HP, and then the armors. You can tell which one it is just by going to kingdom page. So, for example, Darkstone is one of the magic ones. You can see under kingdom, and you can see by the skill bonus that it shows right over there. It doesn't actually say magic, but that is the magic icon that indicates magic, and you'd want to go for those first. Once you get it to level 10, you end up getting that bonus on all of your troops, and it makes them stronger. And it applies absolutely everywhere with the exception of Arena. But yeah, legends are pretty random. They come off of Glory, Gem, and Guild and VIP chests. Depending on how small of a guild you're in, you might not be even getting off Guild. But Glory and Gem chests are the 2 main chests you'd be getting them on. There is one other location where you can find them. And I believe the event week is oriented towards that this week too, isn't it? Yes, Treasure Hunt week. So if you go under Treasure Hunt this week, not only do you get additional rewards from playing the Treasure Hunt over here, it costs 1 map. You can get it for 30 glory each underneath the glory rewards. Or you simply get them through battle, or if you get a Tyree, you can get them that way. But maps this week are pretty good value for newer players to do. The main reason for this is not only are maps just normally good for newer players to do, due to the fact they give 0 EXP, which is actually good to level slow, because PvP, what you face in PvP is based on your ranking, so it's good to be as low level for a pretty long time. But doing Treasure Hunt is pretty nice, because prior to having any of the 100% bonuses, you get really good value out of the Treasure Hunt, because the bonuses do not apply to Treasure Hunt. So even though I have a bunch of bonuses right now, they do not apply here. But this is good for newer players, because that means Treasure Hunt's actually more of a reward than even PvP most of the time. Not just that, but you can also get Glory and Gem keys, like I was just mentioning, off of the final chest here. We need to get a little bit good at the actual Treasure Hunt to be able to do that. But once you do get to those higher ends, they do indeed give those better resources, as you can see all the way at the bottom. The red chests and the vaults. And you just keep combining resources, making them bigger and bigger, until you hopefully eventually get one of them. And that's the other way of trying to get yourself legends and mythics. It's a little bit of a slow method at this current moment in time, but its best benefit is mainly that it doesn't actually level you. So you can get a lot of upgrades while not having harder opponents in PvP and such. Which way do we take that? We'll try it that way. Go for the Cascade. And let's see. And also this week is oriented towards Treasure Hunt, so you end up getting extra rewards on top of the normal rewards you would even be getting. I believe we get like 10 gems from doing 12 or something. We'll see in a second. I actually forgot what it even was this week. We'll find out soon once we actually finish this out. We can actually get a vault right there, or I mean not a vault, but a red chest right there to get ourselves a chance at glory keys right now. We'll move that over. What else do I need to move? I go move that one down. Running out of moves very quickly. Guess we'll go take that. See if we can actually get a glory key out of it. And we'll just move that one over. Looks like the map's coming to an end because I keep taking from the top. And that's it. Oh, nope. It still saved us every single time. Treasure hunt's like, nope, doesn't want to end. We'll go take that down, and down it goes. Let's see, what do we get from this? It's probably just going to be like glory or souls or something. Let's see. Nah, we got souls. We didn't get the actual key. But we still get a bunch of other rewards. And there we go. And we still got a gem. But we also get the extra rewards this week from the events from it. So right there, yeah, I was right. 10 gems. So, yeah, there's 10 gems, 2 gem keys, 8 event keys total, 3 useless merits, and a 50 gem drop. So there's definitely a lot of rewards for actually doing the treasure hunt this week. So definitely a good idea to do as a newer player. You can get more maps underneath the shop, underneath the glory rewards, and they cost 30 each. And most of the maps you can actually earn yourself about 30 or more. So they basically don't even cost anything. Yeah, no problem. Also, hello, Ellen, so welcome. That Explorer team doesn't seem that fast to you. What am I missing? Bombot seems to destroy quicker. Well, it's because we weren't doing challenges. We were doing dungeons. Dungeons are different than Explorer and such. This is what Explorer looks like, even though I had it named as Explorer. Because we weren't exploring earlier, those were dungeons. This is what an actual Explorer battle looks like. We just throw that down, move into anything, cast. Ideally full mana, and dead. But that's what it looks like on Explorer. It looked a lot slower earlier because we were doing dungeons. I just had it named Explorer. Also, this isn't even what we should be using this week. Let me go revamp it real quick. Unless I have a different one saved. I think I have a different one saved. Yeah, this is what it looks like in Explorer. It's easily 4 wins per minute. Or I should say easily 3 wins per minute, but it can do over 4 per minute. But that's not actually what we should be using. What we should be using is something along the lines of... do I even have it saved here? It's weird if I don't. I believe I don't, so let me go overwrite something. Let me go over... What's my run trophy traits these days? Yeah, we don't really need that, so let's get rid of all this. Get a firebomb in there. Yep, so that's not a firebomb. Firebomb. Put that there, boom. Get a sunbird. And get a Rowan. This is what we should be using this week, or something along these lines. Put that there, put that there. And banner can either be all in on sunbird or all in on Rowan. This one, it does make more sense to actually put it more towards the sunbird, because that can one-shot it just easily. And we roll with this, because Sand Scutterler does give 2x straight stones this week. So if we go do this, move that down, double check everything else, sort of firebomb, and while get full mana. But we'll go take that. Again, no full mana, really? Okay, we'll go do that. And we get the 2x straight stones here. And as you can see at the end of this battle, we'll end up getting, how many? What do we get? Only 2 minor warders. Nothing too special there. Actually, I forget what kingdom I even need to be farming right now. All my resources are so high that I don't really even need to worry about it, but I do like keeping them all evenly high. So we'll go throw that down. And just throw that down again, dead. And there we go. And we're getting 2x trade stone bonus every single time. Doesn't matter if you specifically use this, but this is what I personally use for it. And what I would be doing if I'm actually farming trade stone. Same as on my other account. Because my other account doesn't have as many options to use. So using something like this actually works out pretty well. And there we go, Rowan without even needing to cast this Sunbird. We're only getting minor warders. I'm trying to do this in hopes that we get an Arcane Trait Stone. It's actually starting to get rare these days. I actually show this real quick and then don't get an Arcane Trait Stone. Almost every single time I show it, we end up getting one. Oh, it lived! And that's actually a little bad. Okay, we'll go take that, throw it to Rowan. And down it goes. It made us waste like 10 seconds. There we go! I'm telling you, every single time, within like the first few battles, there we go. And it gives 2x Arcane Trait Stones, which is really nice. This will save a lot of time. This week, I believe it's possible to farm upwards of 10 Arcane Trait Stones per hour of any Trait Stone you want. It's not even limited to a specific kingdom. So this is definitely the week to go farm them up if you've been needing something. But yeah, I think we've gotten like 6 so far this week just from showing them in 2 days. So I should probably figure out which one I actually need instead of just keep getting brown blue. Then again, maybe it is brown blue that I need. I know I needed it in the past. I think I've been doing it so much now that I don't anymore. Let's see, what's my lowest trait stone? Or arcane trait stone? Brown blue's at 128. Oh, you know what? It actually is blue. Never mind, I've been doing the right kingdom the entire time. Brown blue is indeed my lowest trait stone at only 120 only. Oh, no, it's not. Now that we just got that, green blue is now our lowest, which is Magrim Woods. Also, you can just click on any of these, by the way. If you don't know which kingdom they're from, you can just click on it. Click on the kingdom. It'll show you a full list of where they're on. Click on one of them, and then it'll bring you right to their Explore. Also, starting next patch, there's going to be a repeat button, as well as more rewards in Explore. So, it should be interesting. Let's see. By the way, how do you get the bonus from Kingdom? You need to level them up. Every single level you put into them gives a higher tribute chance, which is the thing on your Kingdom every hour that has just a chance of giving you some extra resources. And the actual stat bonus that you end up getting, you need to level it all the way to 10, which is somewhere around 135,000 gold or so. Oh, not this annoying team. I still haven't found a consistent counter to this team. There's plenty of stuff that beats it. It's just as far as a pure counter, I haven't really found it yet. Where's the Great Maul team? Do I have Maul saved? I've been enjoying using Maul lately, so we're going to go throw it against it. Hopefully get a quick mercy. Okay, bad starting board. That's a horrible way of starting. We get such good luck in Guild Wars today and then have horrible PvP, it looks like. Though at least Guild Wars is the more important area for it to actually do good in. And PvP, I guess, doesn't matter as much. If we get frozen here, also not too big a deal, though kind of, because he's about to drain me right now. And I don't really have much I can do against that. He's going to get that down, probably get Dawnbringer soon. I do have Mercy alignment finally, so hopefully this will be enough to actually get us going. And almost. Very close, but not all the way. And this is going to be bad, because he's going to get barriers, which I can't get rid of unless I have Inferno King. Oh, he didn't go for it. Perfect. So we go kill him out so we don't have to deal with that. And now we just need to get another Mercy so we can cleanse whatever he's about to do. He's going to get a little bit of mana there, but once we get one Mercy for ourselves, we can just cleanse it all off, go from there. I need to get a good Cascade here. Or not Cascade, but alignment. So we get that. Perfect. Exactly what we need. And we get that converted. Ideally, we have an extra turn sitting somewhere here. We have brown to red and green to skull. Neither of them help us at the moment. Brown to red does indeed give us a kind of weird cascade there. I don't believe that's an extra turn, though. Speaking of extra turn, that definitely is, so we'll go for that. That cascades into a bunch of stuff. Start just spamming him down. Ideally, we'd have a Mercy here. We did not, though. We'll just take a skull or whatever drops here. Perfect. And that gives us the full mana. And that's a wipe. There we go. A little bit of a shaky start, but it does come through. The freeze is barely even noticeable with how many times we can actually get Mercy down. Oh yeah, you definitely want to level up the Magic Kingdoms first. These are Darkstone, Karkaroth, Silverglade. Actually, I should probably just go show it on the map. Saying their names probably doesn't help as much. But yeah, I'll go show it in 1 second, what specific kingdoms they are. Saying their names probably doesn't help as much. We'll go move that one. Shegra, did we throw it? Did we not throw it? Looks like a pretty good miss. So I'm just gonna go for it. Looks like it's gonna miss. Let's do it anyways. I'll go move that. Get the Cascade there. Not really much for Mercy here, but I might still do it just to get our mana capped. You know what? We're just gonna take that instead. Oh! You know what? I should have done it. Because now we have the problem of him being entangled. We do not gain any attack value if he is entangled, so we're gonna throw that down. As long as he doesn't re-entangle us here, we're fine. Good. What do I get rid of? What's the biggest threat? I guess for now, just get rid of him. Because he might entangle us again, and I don't want to have to deal with that. We don't have alignment, do we? Nope. Nothing we can do there. We'll just go take some Mercy. Maybe get her to align. We can take a Skull here. Somehow still no Inferno King, though. But we do get a Cascade. I guess we'll just throw it for fun and see what happens. So we'll do that. Oh! It does indeed land next turn. Perfect. I don't want to waste a Shegra there. Though I will if I have to. Yeah, I'll waste it. So down it goes. Way overkill, but it's enough to clear out the other one as well. And down it goes. Yeah, the Magic Kingdoms are the following ones. They are, let's see. Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Karkaroff, Zolkiri, and Silverglade all the way in the corner there. Those are all of the kingdoms that when you get them to level 10 will give all of your troops +1 magic. Magic is the main stat you would want to go for first, mainly because every single troop uses it, or most every troop uses it to boost their ability. Some more so than others, but there are, out of every single benefit that you can get from a single stat, magic generally is the best. Like, for example, with something like a Great Maul here, it's actually gaining absolutely no benefit whatsoever. And with something like a Mercy, it's gaining very little benefit from it. It's only gaining a slightly extra magic boost. But some troops can gain very, very huge benefits, like Urgolfa, which gets to do a lot more explosions on the board, which accumulates mana. Magnus, which gets full AoE damage, which hits all enemies. So basically every extra magic he has is additional 4 damage, and stuff like that. But yeah, magic is generally the most sought after stat, mainly because it has the most applicable uses. It also makes grinding a little bit shorter too, because there are troops that gain souls that are based on their magic, as well as troops that gain gold based on their magic, like Alchemists, and for souls, normally things like Valkyrie. And having higher magic will allow them to gain their resources quicker and in higher amounts, which will save time overall. So go throw that down, get a Great Maul cast on something. What's the biggest threat here? I guess since we're so score-oriented, it would be a Gurgolfa in this case. Let me take that, take the other one. Oh, should have taken the blue first. Luckily, it's still sitting there. So we'll take that, take everything away. We have too many things. Well, now that we have full mana on everything, let's go and devour him. Get that out the way. And we still extra turn, amazing. We'll go throw that down, get some splits. I wish we could get a skull, perfect. Now I just need one more poke. I don't think we can get it for free. Nope. If we had a 3-peer anyways here, we could take it. Where is a peasant when you need it? That would actually align perfectly right there. Unfortunately, that's just knocked down, so that's not going to be applicable anymore. So we'll just take that. And now we just Shagra into a almost win. We still don't have the Mercy. We just have to hope Shagra hits. And it kind of does. It hits one skull. It doesn't extra turn, though. Well, he has Scorpius, but he has no poison. Or at least, I should say, he has no poison left because we killed it so quickly. Well, we'll just go for a Purple Surge. Oh, you know what? Let's take the Skull Poke, actually. See if he gives us a Mercy. He almost killed it out. Wow. Actually, one more Skull would kill it. But we do have the Mercy. That'll get the full. Throw it into Inferno King, and that's match. And down it goes. We don't even need it to hit a skull. The split damage alone was enough. Even extra turn, so we had like 2 or 3 more skulls in there to hit him with. Hello, Lorum. Welcome. What are the 3 kingdoms to complete quest lines to get access to all trait stones? Oh, if you were looking... Or, well, it's not all trait stones. It's all trait stones except for the arcanes. But if you're looking to get all of the lesser trait stones... The only 3 kingdoms you would need are Broken Spire, Adana, and Zolkiri. These kingdoms are also pretty nice to have done just in general. Broken Spire gives you access to the arena, which is a really good early game location to farm souls. Adana gives you access to the Mechanist class as well as a fun weapon with them. It also gives you access to a better weapon in Kazil later on, once you go there. And completion of Zolkiri gives you Tyree, which is the best map farming troop. And if you're looking or planning on farming maps for a while, it's really nice to have a Tyree. Tyree has, she's one of a couple troops that has a 20% chance of gaining a map whenever you cast her. The main thing that makes her better than all the other ones is she's the only one of them that has board control. Not only board control, but she gains mana too. She destroys gems based on whatever color you choose. And you can choose green and purple. And I believe at level 11, with 0 magic kingdoms, is enough for a Tyree to always hit at least 8 gems. So if you keep using it on green or purple, she would gain all of her mana back every time, and you could farm like 3 maps per battle just from having her in your team, which would give you more maps than you would ever know what to do with from using her for a few weeks. So a really easy way to get treasure maps if you intend to play the game a lot. Though I think we have more than we would ever remotely know what to do with. We have 3,338. Oh, we didn't get it on all 3s. Well, I guess I could use 5 maps, and that will lower it to all 3s. But yeah, we have way too many maps right now. I'm not sure if they're ever going to add a new way of using them. Kind of wish they would, because they are pretty useless when you have that many. The amount of time it would take to use them is ridiculously high. Hey, he's using the Shocktopus. Basically, everyone has him at epic rarity, though. So Shocktopus is kind of hard to gauge how strong he really even is. The strategy is still the same. But as far as his actual damage output, no one has a mythic yet. I don't think a single person in the entire game has a mythic. Not until this Friday, probably. Because most people are saving their keys for the new kingdom. What do we even move here? I guess we'll go for the purple. Just go drag that down. This is a really bad board. That's the only reason I don't really use this team on a regular basis. I have been enjoying it a little bit lately, but the reason you don't ever see me constantly using this team is basically boards like this, where you have to go several turns basically doing nothing, because there's no available options in alignment. Every single troop on this team, except for maybe Shugra a little bit, is very dependent on having certain things to be next to each other on the board, and if none of them are next to each other, you're just left with absolutely nothing to do, which is always a bad situation to be in. So right here, there are 2 imperviouses, so let's not hit something with impervious. I guess I'll go for this guy, so we'll go for that. And do we have Inferno King? Yes, we do. So we'll go grab that. That'll give us Shugra. Hopefully he'll die to Skull Pokes here. That is nowhere near dead. I guess we go move this over. That'll be enough to kill it. And now we throw Shugra. That'll kill out the Shocktopus. And now we use the scraps to kill him out. And there we go. That's overkill. Yeah, there are several people that do play this on console. I'm not sure how many people are watching right now that do, though. Gems of War is on basically every platform, except for Nintendo. It's on PS4, Xbox One, PC on Steam, and every possible mobile version is where it's at the moment. Do keep in mind that the console version isn't cross-platform. The PC mobile versions are, but both the console versions are their own independent version. Which one do we go for here? The summoner or the guy that's about to hit us? Let's get rid of him. And because we're probably going to win so quick, that's not even going to matter if the other one's there to try to summon. Biggest issue here is we don't really have anything to do, so we'll just go grab that. Oh, I was hoping we could get the alignment, and it does come back. Wow, really huge one right there, so we'll go grab that. I need 1 Skull Poke, which is just laying there. Perfect. And do we have a Mercy? No. Hopefully on the follow-up we'll have a Mercy. So we'll get that down. Double check for Mercy. We have it. Come on, go. Mercy, and then Inferno King dead. Or never mind, we didn't even need it. And we still had the Inferno King Shugra combo again to go right back down. I know, Xbox One level 320. Well, I have known people that do go that far and then just still create another account. I still create other accounts. I have 5 accounts right now that I like legitimately have played in the past. Most of them only get up to about like level 100 or so. But I have had, oops, I shouldn't have actually taken that. But I have had 5 accounts so far. Our other one that we're currently working on is, I believe, level 60 something right now. Normally I keep them lower level if I can, though, by playing a lot of treasure hunt and such, just so they don't gain too high a level. Because I do like messing with early game PvP. This game is most balanced around the level 50 to 300 range, is the most balanced area in the game. Not that the rest of the game isn't balanced, it's just there's some really, really overpowered combos that do come out of late game when you have every single option, which is kind of to be expected. There's almost 500 troops in the game. Obviously, there's going to be at least several very powerful combinations. Okay, what do we do here? We're not frozen on yellow, so we can go for that, which goes into a poke. And from here, we can just throw Inferno King, doesn't even matter. Or we could do that, there we go. Don't even need to cast it. Let's see. Hey, Rosiat, welcome. Just rewatched your video on the currency spending. Oh yeah, I should probably do an updated version of that, though I will be waiting for the new currency that comes out next patch before I do. Because there's a lot more resources now than there was when I did that video. Back when I did that video, there was like, what, 5 basic resources, not counting trait stones. Also, that's something else I still haven't done, surprisingly. I've never done a comprehensive video on how to spend trait stones, though at this point that might be somewhat irrelevant because I believe a change that they're making next patch makes the current system of trait stoning, like how you trade up troops, to be not necessarily obsolete, but to be a lot different than what it currently is. They're making a really weird change that's actually going to be pretty beneficial, particularly for newer players, which I believe is the main reason why they're doing it. But they're adding some kind of power orb thing, which instead of needing actual trait stones or anything, you can simply just use those power orbs to level troops, to ascend troops, or to trait troops, which is going to not necessarily negate the whole aspect of needing to do those things, but but it would give a different alternative means of doing so. Also, it's going to be particularly good for newer content too. So when newer content comes up, you can just ascend it and do all that kind of stuff to it without constantly needing to get a bunch of copies of it, which will save a lot of resources overall. Also, I made a really huge mistake right here. I have nowheres to devour. Rip. I actually can't use a Great Maul unless this got stunned or unless that was the last troop remaining. All of them have immune to devour, except for that, but I can't actually hit it, so that was a fail. I wasn't paying attention to his team because I was talking when I started the battle, so I actually can't devour him. We'll see how big of a deal that is, but it does look like we will lose because of it. Or maybe not, we'll see. We'll go and, it's just not that likely at this point. I'm actually going to go for the devour here and completely waste it. So everything on his team is immune, so we'll just throw it on him. I mainly just needed it for the gem spawn there. I was hoping we could get it, but nope, we didn't land it. Oh well. We'll just have to get this thing to full mana. Let's go move that over for now. And let's see. Do we have that Mercy alignment? No, we do not. We can take purple and get him to full. And that does indeed give us that. And that gives us Shegra, which I believe I'm just going to overkill him with at this point. There we go. Get a Mercy down. Do we even need the Mercy? I don't believe we do. Take like a skull or something. Throw this down right there. He'll get a skull poke himself. But that gives us full Inferno King, so we don't actually need to waste the Mercy yet. Nope, no alignment. We do get one skull out of it, which at this point I guess is worth it, because we also get the split. We'll take that. He'll do whatever. This will give us Mercy to heal ourselves. And we have alignment. Perfect. And now we can just throw everything down. Oh, never mind. Didn't get it all the way to max yet. Can move that. Take another skull poke. Come on, Shegra. How are you still not full mana? And move that over. There we go. Supposed to do that earlier. We'll go overkill that. Start working on this guy. See if we have the Mercy. No, but we can just move that. That gives us Inferno King. And, well, that was a really sloppy battle because of the impervious mishap. Or not impervious, but they all have immune to devour. But it still came through. And we do have Mercy there, so we can just throw that down. Any alignment? Enough that it should die to it. So we'll do that. And down it goes. And there we go. No extra turn was actually there. Or at least not immediately. Should we hold off on training now, or is it better to do it now? Well, it's still going to cost the same amount then and later, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like they're completely changing the system of how you level up. The current system that is in place is still there. It's just they're adding another system on top of that system to make it easier for new content as well as for newer players. It'll make both of those two things easier. Because they're basically going to be adding obtainable orbs that will be able to, instead of using souls if you don't want to, or trait stones, or having copies of the troop, you can simply use these orbs instead to ascend troops, or to level them, or to trait them. You can still, there's a whole system of trait stones and everything are still going to be in place, and all the current ways that you upgrade a troop. It's just there's going to be an alternative means of doing it. And since these can be accumulated and held over time, this will be particularly useful in, like I mentioned, the two outskirts of the game. Well, pretty much through the entire game as well. But it'll help newer players to get the troops that they want fully upgraded. But it'll also help veteran players to get newer content maxed basically immediately without needing to waste as much resources. Which is kind of a weird thing, that they would actually make it even easier to max out stuff. But I guess it's kind of their solution to the current issue there is. Because for the most part, whenever new content comes out, late game players who want to have absolutely everything in the game basically need to re-obtain absolutely everything in order to get what they want. Because to, for example, get a new common to Mythic, you would have to open up about 20 to 30,000 gold keys, which will simultaneously get you every common in the game to Mythic, just from trying to get one single new one to Mythic. So they're trying to change that system some, so that people don't have to constantly waste needlessly their resources and getting thousands of dead content troops that they're never going to use. Instead, they can just focus on the ones that they need to get upgraded and go from there, without spending so much additional resources. Let's see. Yeah, the biggest difference between PS4 and Xbox One is daily tasks. Both of those two platforms have daily tasks that you can do that give you a little bit of resources and such. I don't really know too much about them. Other than that, PC Mobile, the only real difference is, like it was mentioned, we do get redeem codes. Redeem codes is not an actual internal part of the game, but on their website, you can claim them. We normally give them out on Monday, Friday, and Saturday streams. and they basically just give you a few in-game resources. Yeah, that's the only real difference between the two. Console would have redeem codes too, and they just haven't been able to get it by the two platforms yet, because there's policy preventing them from doing so with both of the two platforms. As far as PC Mobile not having tasks, they do intend to give PC Mobile tasks eventually, but they want to completely rework the current task system before they do. So basically they're going to completely rework it while simultaneously adding it to PC Mobile. But yeah, we will eventually be getting tasks, sometime this year most likely. They have a lot of big updates planned. We're getting a really big one within the next few weeks. Sometime by the end of this month, we should be getting a really huge patch. We're also getting supposedly a new kingdom this Friday. So yeah, we have that as well. They kind of just released the kingdom pretty recently, but already got another one right around the corner. I think they said they wanted to release 5 kingdoms this year. I forgot the exact number they mentioned. I know they said 6 major patches, and the first major patches here is coming in before the end of the month. And that was with the whole orb thing and a few other things. They're also changing up Guild Wars quite a bit by having it only tri-weekly instead of every week, which is probably going to be one of the biggest changes. That and Mana Shield. Mana Shield's going to have immune to Mana Drain, which is going to make Mana Drain a lot more useless. Or I shouldn't say a lot more useless, it's amazing right now. But it's going to be a lot less viable starting next patch, because you won't be able to constantly drain anything. There's going to be a small amount of troops that have immune to it. It's going to be relatively unnoticed initially. We'll have to see, because the troops that are getting initially getting immune to Mana Drain aren't really that overly used, except for maybe Valkyrie and a few others. Because the only things that are really getting it is anything that currently has Mana Shield, with the exception of Dragon Soul, because he's getting it removed, and all elves. And all elves at this current moment in time are really weak. That's actually one of the reasons in the first place why they're even giving Mana Shield to all elves, is because elves are really dead content right now. There's like 3 elves out of like the 20 or 30 in the game that are even remotely usable. Also, he just mercied on a completely blank board. Good job, AI. Very smart moves. Very, very smart moves. Okay, we'll go and take that down. Get a Great Maul here. What do I even throw it on? Probably Corvash before he does something weird. Actually, I don't need it on Corvash. I almost want to throw it on Silent One, to be honest. We'll go get that, just so we don't have to deal with that. I'm fine with him getting a Corvash here. It's actually not too big a deal, since we're just going to be getting Inferno King mana anyways. So, what do we even have here? Anything else to go throw around somewheres? We'll move that over, I guess. Need 1 mana. Can we get 1 mana? He converted that, which actually helped us some, because that makes it easier for us to get some kind of alignment, now that they're all combined together, the purples and the yellows. And we do have alignment there. And we'll go for that. Get a poke, get a poke. I need 1 more before I cast. I don't want to overkill that. That'd be a complete waste. And now we can go for the double skull. That would also be a slight waste when we actually go throw Shegra next turn. So I guess I'm going to do that. And now we throw Shegra, and that's going to be dead. Super overkill. That's like 300-400 damage right there. And down it goes. Let's see. Oh yes, that is kind of funny. They just can't get away from making Valkyrie super overpowered. Valkyrie for the longest of time has been basically the key troop to go for. She was added about 2 months after the game's released, and she has been one of the best troops in the game ever since then, even though she's only a rare. The main reason for this is she's tied at the lowest mana cost of any of the converts, and it's on blue, which is generally a pretty convenient color, particularly with troops that get added, like with Corvash and Queen Mab and stuff like that. She was really huge with those, but she was still used with plenty of stuff, like with Silent One and such before then. Other than that, when traits finally came into the game, she had Necromancy, which was a soul gain on top of additional soul gain, so she was used a lot then. She had a magic link, or not a magic link, she has a water link, which means whatever she's feeding mana to is getting even more mana. There were other converts that had that, but she's the lowest mana cost at 10 to have it. Alchemist has it too, but he has it on himself, not on the other color. Valkyrie has it on the other color. And then they eventually nerfed her to have Mana Shield instead of Necromancy, but now that's coming back to basically be a gigantic buff to her, because now if they don't get rid of Mana Shield on her now, she's going to be a 10 mana cost convert with Mana Shield, meaning you can't drain her. So yeah, Valkyrie is going to become very, very popular again, especially since Dragon Soul is getting some kind of rework that might make it slightly less desirable. So people are probably going to switch back into Valkyrie instead of Dragon Soul, depending on how hard Dragon Soul gets hit. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure they're going to leave Mana Shield on Valkyrie. I don't see why they would remove it. Yeah, if they do leave it, it's going to be really nice to mess around with her. Oh, we just got the defend reward thing. I didn't even notice that initially. But yeah, we get the event key, the gold, and the little bit of souls right there. Any tips on getting more diamonds? There is no way. You just do it daily every single time, and that's it. There's currently no method to gaining more diamonds than that, other than from also getting them from your guild. I believe you get them on the 10th guild task. I'm on legendary tasks right now, so it's kind of hard to tell. Hey, wait, when did we lose a member? Oh no! Well, we'll go need to... Oh, by the way, we have one spot open. If anyone's interested. Requirement is 1,000,000 gold and being able to do bracket 1 and 2 guild wars. Most likely bracket 2, because with one person missing, we are definitely losing this week. So yeah, if anyone is interested, let me know. We do have a spot open as of now. When did that leave? But yeah, we'll worry about that later. But yeah, under tasks, I believe on the 10th task, not on these legendary tasks, but on the color-related ones, I believe those are the ones that give diamond. But as long as you do that and your daily ones, that's about as much as you can really get per day. There isn't any way to get more of it other than buying the $5 packs once a day, but that's kind of a waste. The only time that would be worth it if you truly want is on Sunday for the diamond day when it gives a bunch of extra diamonds. But yeah, he'll be coming back on rotation. They're also making a nice change that I believe is being implemented next patch, though I'm not 100% certain. They said a while back it would be next patch, but I don't know if they remembered to make it next patch. But the way that SoulForge currently works is it's completely random on what will occur every single week. So much so that they unintentionally released the Shocktopus. But starting next patch, it will be on a rotation. So right now, you can see, for example, Solzar is available. And next week, she could be available again. And the week after that, she could also be available. She could be available for like the next 4 weeks in a row. But starting next patch, it's going to be on a rotation system. So, for example, if Elamagrim is available this week, every other mythic in the game would have to show up in the SoulForge before another Elamagrim would show up. Which, for mythics, this is actually going to be pretty nice. Because given the amount of mythics, this will put them on about a 5 to 6 week rotation. Whereas right now, it could be anywhere from 1 week to like 3 months, like it was with Fairish Ra initially. But yeah, starting next patch, it should be on a rotation. So you wouldn't ever need to wait more than about 5 or 6 weeks for a mythic. You might have to wait a little while for legends, because I believe with how many legends there are in the game, it's like a 3 or 4 month rotation. Really wish they would make it like 8 legends per week, given how many more legends there are. Not sure if they're going to be doing any kind of other adjustments to that in the future, but really wish they would expand out the legend amount just a little bit. Even if they only did it to 6, it'd be a little bit more convenient, because like I mentioned, it is about a 4-month rotation when they do it for legends. Let's see. Yeah, you have 5 to 6 weeks basically to go get to that many diamonds then. It takes about, I believe, the normal player about 2 to 3 months to get enough diamonds to create 1 mythic for free. Approximately, assuming you do dungeons every single day and you're getting the guild thing every single week. And that's with no spending on the 50 thing. Of course, you can speed it up a little bit by constantly getting the... oops, not there. You can speed it up a little bit by constantly getting the 50 gem thing. I have so many gems I normally do throw this down every single day. The only day, like I mentioned, with everything, that's really worth it is on Diamond Day on Sundays. But I still throw it down every single day because it's a good way to accumulate some runics and just... diamonds are diamonds. Basically, any amount of diamonds is a lot more important to me than the gems, because I could open up like hundreds of gem chests and that might not give me anything. But if I can specifically farm something off the SoulForge that I know for sure I need, like for example, this week if I truly wanted to, I could go get myself a mythic Solzara and go get 5 more copies of her. I wouldn't want to do that though, because that would actually cost as much as a mythic right there to go and do that. But I could go do that if I wanted to. I will be doing that eventually, which is why I've been trying to accumulate my diamonds up a little bit, or the best I can, for when 5-star kingdoms come out. I want to make sure I have a really high diamond reserve so that I can start throwing that down. Because once they start getting to 10-star kingdoms, I will want to make sure I get them maxed out as immediately as possible, just so we have those higher stat lines. It's not really that big of a deal, but it's the other reason why I'm saving glory too, if you're wondering why I have... like 355,000 glory right now. It's for the purpose for when the glory rewards, once we start hitting 10 kingdoms or start getting further into 9 stars, I want to start maxing out every single glory reward that ever comes in. I don't want to do it too much now, which is why whenever you see me get one of these newer ones, it's like level barely anything. It's like an ultra rare right now, because I know in time it's just going to naturally get up from keys. But I want to keep waiting until 10 stars come so we can just do it all then and get it all done at once. Let's see. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'm probably going to be heading out for the night. Would you recommend getting the diamond offer? Which one? The $5 one? The $5 one is, like I mentioned, is only really worth it on Sundays, if you do intend to buy that. Sunday is basically the day you would do it, and it would be the best value. On Sunday, I think you get, like, what, 1 or 2 celestial trait stones, you get 80 diamonds, you get, like, 2 gem keys. Oh, wait, never mind. You get something else on Diamond Day, I forgot. I was saying what the 50 gem thing is. I actually forgot what the one is for $5 on Sundays, but, it's quite a bit of diamonds. I think it's like, what, 200 diamonds or something? I don't even remember. I do not recall off the top of my head. I've only ever bought in it like twice, I think, back when the resource first came into the game, because I wanted to have a bunch to show it for videos and to get the new mythic quicker, though he ended up being such dead content. I'm actually really surprised that the worst mythic basically in the game is the most expensive mythic. I have no clue what they were thinking with that. But hopefully he gets buffed in the future. He is so unviable despite being so expensive. Will 10-star kingdoms need all troops fully maxed? We do not know at this current moment in time. I assume no. Because they're probably still going to be releasing troops after 10-star kingdoms. So 10-star kingdoms may be really hard to do initially, because it will require near max to possibly entirely maxed for a specific kingdom. But once they start adding more troops, similar to how 5 stars is, like 5 stars way back in the day was like legendary if you had that. That was like near impossible to have a 5-star kingdom. But nowadays, it's really easy because they release so many troops beyond the minimum 8 that you need for a 5-star kingdom. Most kingdoms on average these days have like 11 or 12 troops, which is quite a bit over the 8 you need to actually get 5 stars on a kingdom. But yeah, once they actually start getting 10-star kingdoms, it might be really hard initially, but probably several months after 10 stars do start coming into the game, they're going to be pretty easy to actually get because there's going to be more troops in the kingdom, and I don't think they're ever going higher than 10-star kingdoms. That'd be a little bit absurd if they do. That would just be a little bit too crazy. I don't think they're ever going to exceed that, pretty sure. So any additional copies they do beyond that will be just easier to get them. What's the trait stones for Golgotha's granite skin? Brown yellow. You can get brown yellows underneath the Drifting Sands Kingdom. You can also look up any of them simply by seeing what the troop is, if it's legend or below. So we can see what a Golgotha. He is brown yellow. So we can just go under the hero, click under the inventory, find where on earth the brown yellow one is, and click on it, and then it brings every single kingdom that has it up. And as you can see, it's just Drifting Sands. And to just go and explore there with a good explore team. And of course, this week you do get 2x trait stones for using a scuttler in your team, so definitely make sure to go use a scuttler in your team. And hopefully you will get brown yellow arcanes. And it'll also give all the other trait stones too. But of course, you most likely just need the arcane, since that's the hardest one to get out of everything that it does use. We'll go throw that down, get a quick Rowan cast, dead, and there we go. And of course, we get 2x trait stone just for having him in our team this week. And we just get the normal little rewards. And ideally, it would give you an arcane within, it's about a 1 in 16-ish chance, somewhere around there. 1 in 16, 1 in 18, 1 in 20, somewhere around there. Hello, Sean, welcome. Let's see, did I miss anything else? Do you know any, or by chance, how many troops will the new kingdom have? Oh, the new kingdom is coming in with 8, meaning it's going to be really hard to initially max out. But it's getting 2 additional troops a week and a half later. So the new kingdom should be coming out this Friday. The event week after will not be of the kingdom, but the event week after that will be 2 new troops for the kingdom, making it super easy to max after that, so it'll have a total of 10. But it's only coming in with 8, so do keep that in mind. I'm not quite sure what the stat line will be for it, but it's going to be near impossible to max. Actually, I'm not even going to be maxing the kingdom when it initially comes out. The amount of resources you would have to throw at it is pretty absurd to max it before the event comes out, so I'm not going to bother. I don't think anyone's really going to bother, because you would have to throw down several thousand gem keys, among many other resources, and that's only if you get lucky too. So yeah, I'm not even going to bother. Not until the event rolls around. But this time they're not doing the event immediately after, or at least based on the current spoiler threads that we have, it doesn't show it as such. Because the next week is not the event for the new kingdom. The reason why it's not immediately after is one of the new troops, or even both the new troops, I forget, are coming in with a new mechanic related to a new minigame that's replacing out, or slightly replacing out, Guild Wars. There's 2 new things, Bounty Hunter that's replacing it, and Raids. We're still going to have Guild Wars. It's going to be 1 week of Guild Wars, 1 week of Raids, and 1 week of Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, I have no clue what it is. Raids is some kind of boss battle thing, and everyone knows what Guild Wars is at this point. We've had it for ages now, for a little over a year. But yeah, it's coming. Those new troops will have some kind of new mechanic for it, which is why it's not immediately following it, because the new patch needs to be out before they can release those other troops. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day as well. That is indeed tomorrow, or at least here in the United States. I forget if it's globally also Valentine's Day. But yes, have a wonderful Valentine's Day, everyone. Hope you all stay safe, have a wonderful time, and I will see you all later. We'll be back same time as always tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Have a good week, everyone. And New Kingdom, supposedly this Friday. If so, make sure to save all of your glory and gem keys for it. Yes, save event keys for 2 weeks from now. Not next week, but the following week. I think next week won't be somewhat good as well, but 2 weeks from now will be the New Kingdom event. So we will have that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone.